Yo, what's up, guys? BeatsbyHcien, yeah, in case it's your first, and if you're a music producer and you don't know any of these vocal effects and you're leaving quality on the table, we're going to quickly run through 20 to 21 vocal effects that I think every music producer should know. First of all, this is definitely going to be Reverb, and it helps to add space and depth. Use it to place vocals in the room instead of making it dry, and this is what a reverb sounds like.
My girl, why you quiet? I'ma tell you things I know. I make I be your striker, cause I got my eyes on you.
And you can range from hall to plate reverb to spring reverb, so you want to go check it out. The next effect is definitely going to be delay, and this helps to create repeats and gives bounce and groove.
My girl, why you quiet? I'ma tell you things I know. I make I be your striker, cause I got my eyes on you.
So you can either use a quarter delay or 8-note delay, depends on what you're going for that particular vibe. Slap delay, a short delay that makes vocal sound thicker without clutter. And as you can see, this is what it sounds like.
My girl, why you quiet? I'ma tell you things I know. I make I be your striker, cause I got my eyes on you.
You want to make sure you're mixing to taste while you use this effect as well. Next is going to be chorus, and chorus adds width and movement, and it's always perfect to use it for your hooks, and this is what it sounds like.
My girl, why you quiet? I'ma tell you things I know. I make I be your striker, cause I got my eyes on you. You got a pretty fine face. I'll see for you and spend my minimum wage. This kind of body, now in me, I want this to.
So like I said, you want to make sure you're mixing this to taste. Next is going to be doubler. Doubler fixes multiple takes to make vocal sound bigger. So this is what it sounds like.
My girl, why you quiet? I'ma tell you things I know.
So like I said, you want to make sure you mix to taste.
My girl, why you quiet? I'ma tell you things I know. I make I be your striker, cause I got my eyes on you. You got a pretty fine face.
So as you can see, this gives an illusion of having multiple takes. So you want to make sure you go try it in your next project. Next is definitely going to be a tuning plugin. Auto-tune, Waves Tune, anyone works, and you better go check it out. This is what it sounds like without a tuning plugin.
My girl, why you quiet? I'ma tell you things I know. I make I be your striker, cause
And this is what it sounds like with a tuning plugin.
My girl, why you quiet? I'ma tell you things I know. I make I be your striker, cause I got my eyes on you.
The next is definitely going to be a De-Esser. This helps to remove the sibilance, and this is what it sounds like. Yeah, and as you can see around there, I selected two different frequencies for this vocal. I'm using the 5 Pro DS, and this is what it sounds like without a De-Esser.
My girl, why you quiet? I'ma tell you things I know. I make I be your striker, cause I got my eyes on you.
And this is what it sounds like with a De-Esser.
My girl, why you quiet? I'ma tell you things I know. I make I be your striker, cause I got my eyes on you.
Next is definitely going to be EQ, and EQ helps to shape the tone, cut the mod, and boost the quality. As you can see around there, this is what it sounds like without an EQ.
My girl, why you quiet? I'ma tell you things I know.
You can hear a little bit of the rumble, and with an EQ,
my girl, why you quiet? I'ma tell you things I know.
You can hear how it helps to smoothen the track and shape the vocal tone. The next is definitely going to be compressor, and compressor helps to control the dynamics and make the vocal smooth. So you can either use one compressor or use two compressors, depends on what you want. And I'm using two for this case. I'm using one to crunch it a bit, and I'm using the other one to make it even more smoother.
My girl, why you quiet? I'ma tell you things I know. I make I be your striker, cause I got my eyes on you.
Next is going to be a parallel compression, and this is when you overly compress the vocal separately, either in a return track or in your vocal chain, using a particular compressor that has the mix knob. If you're going to put it in your vocal chain and you blend it to tape, this helps to make the vocal feel full and rich as well. And in my case, I'm using a CLA vocal, and I'm just basically using the compressed knob to do that. This is what it sounds like without the parallel compressing.
My girl, why you quiet? I'ma tell you things I know.
And this is what it sounds like with it.
My girl, why you quiet? I'ma tell you things I know.
You see how the vocal sounds full. Like I said, you can always use this in your bosses, in your send boss, and if you want to put it in your chain, make sure you're using a VST plugin that has mix knob for your compressor. If this video is helping you, part 2 is coming, so you want to make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on that. Next is going to be saturation, And this just add warmth and makes vocal cut through the mix more. And in my case, I'm using Saturn. I'm just using the basic Magic BM preset. This is what it sounds like without just a sub 2 change.
My girl, why you quiet? I'ma tell you things I know. I make I be your striker, cause I got my eyes on you.
And this is what it sounds like with Saturn.
My girl, why you quiet? I'ma tell you things I know. I make I be your striker, cause I got my eyes on you.
And I can see what it's doing, making the vocal sound warm. Like I said, make sure you're doing all of these to taste. Next is going to be distortion, and this helps to add grit and aggression. Mostly use that in the rap vocals or ad libs. And I also use that for my bass as well. So I'm going to exaggerate it so you hear what it sounds like. And like I always say, mix to taste.
My girl, quiet, I'ma tell you things I know. I make I be your striker, cause I got my eyes on you. You got a pretty fine face. I see for you, I spend my minimum with.
And like I always say, I use it mostly on my bass and on my rap vocals, just blend to taste and make sure you're doing it in order to suit the track. Next is going to be Formant Shift. The Formant Shift changes the character without changing the pitch. And for the purpose of this video, I'm going to be making use of Otter Boy for this, and this is what it sounds like.
My girl, why you quiet? I'ma tell you things I know. I make I be your striker, cause I got my eyes on you.
Yeah, you can use this if you want to get those nice Naamali vibe kind of thing. And also Kendrick Lamar does this a lot in his vocals. And you can just mix it and, blend to taste. Stereo right now. Widener spread vocals across the stereo field. And for the purpose of this video, I'm going to be making use of manipulator just so that you understand more about what it's all about. My girl, why you quiet? I'ma tell you things I know. I make I be your striker, cause I got my eyes on you. Yeah, just so that you can get a better feel of what it means. You can see how he's spreading the whole vocals, and I use it most of the time in my guitars when I try to make them full or either in my backup vocals. Next is going to be phaser. Phaser adds a sweeping or moving effect, and you can use this most of the time for your backup just to make it a little bit wavy. My girl, why you quiet? I'ma tell you things I know. I make I be your striker, cause I got my eyes on you. As you can see, it's making the vocal go a little bit wavy, and also you want to make sure you are mixing and blending to taste. And I use this most of the time for my backup vocal, like I just said. Next is going to be Flanger. Flanger gives that jet-like futuristic sound, especially if you're going for that Travis Scott type of vocals. And this is what it sounds like. My girl, why you quiet? I'ma tell you things I know. I make I be your striker, cause I got my eyes on you. You got a pretty fine face. I see for you, I spend my Next is going to be a telephone effect, and this cuts the lows and the highs for a lo-fi phone style effect, and this is what it sounds like. My girl, why you quiet? I'ma tell you things I know. I make I be your striker, cause I got my eyes on you. You got a pretty fine face. I see for you. Next is going to be a reverse reverb, and a reverse reverb creates smooth transitions into the vocals, and this is what it sounds like. My girl, why you quiet? I'ma tell you. I'm gonna play it solo so that you can hear it. My girl, why you quiet? I'ma tell you things. And how I actually achieve this on Ableton is take up the first note, mute this, add a lot of reverb to it, record that with a sampling, and reverse the vocal. That's basically how I achieve this. The next is going to be gates, and just like the name implies, it's helps to clean the vocals by removing the background noise and the breath. And in this case, I'm using an Vox. There's no more background noise in this, so all you just want to do is listen to your vocals. Yeah, why you quiet? I'ma tell you. And take it up. Yeah, why you quiet? I'ma tell you things I know. To where you want that background noise not to really come in place. So more like a noise suppressor, and yeah, that's basically what it does. The next is going to be an underwater effect, and how I achieve this is basically using an auto filter effect. And if you're on any DAW, you can just basically use an EQ. And as you can see, I'm just rolling up the low. The more you go, as the more underwater effect you use. And the cherry to this is me just adding in a reverb. In most cases, shimmer reverb, just to wash it out more. And let me demonstrate so you hear what it sounds like. So yeah, you want to make sure you save this video and follow for more producer tips you actually need. And if you learn anything from this video, make sure you subscribe, like, share so that other music producer gets to see this. And like I always say, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Remember to always stay productive. Peace.